Hello, one and all. Watching people play Valheim for the first time, it becomes obvious that the hints from Hugin and Munin are pretty minimal. So I thought I'd make a quick video listing some of the things that I think will enable brand new players to get to grips with what they need to be doing more quickly, hopefully without spoiling the fun of discovery within the game along the way. Number 1. Starting resources. You may not realise this, but all the basic resources you need can be found at the stone circle or boss circle in which you start. In the case of materials, there are stones and branches, both of which can be found inside the circle, and do make sure to pick up branches wherever you find them. In the case of food, both mushrooms and raspberries can be found directly outside the circle. Number 2. Field crafting. Pressing tab shows you your inventory, but it also allows you to craft some basic items without needing a workbench. These items are the hammer for building things, the stone axe for chopping things, and the club for smacking things. Craft these as soon as you can. Number 3. Scout and forage. Your first priority should be to scout the area around you, gathering resources while you do so, and getting a feel for the land, allowing you to look for somewhere for a prospective first base, which ideally you want to have finished before night falls, but realistically you probably won't. In general, I found that the best locations tend to be somewhere relatively open and not too far from the coast. You don't actually want it on the coast, but within fairly easy reach. Incidentally, if you happen across one of these stone circles, they're a good potential choice for your starter building because the terrain itself inside the circle is pretty flat. Number 4. Hoe or no hoe. Generally, you want to flatten any terrain before you build on it, which you can do with a hoe. But when you first start building, the chances are you won't have a covered workbench with which to craft a hoe. There are ways around this, see tip 8, but there is another option available to you. Instead of levelling the ground, you could instead seek to raise the floor. Using half or full wall tiles allows you to create an elevated frame on which you can place your floor tiles. You can always replace these initial tiles with wooden beams later on, if you want a more authentic house on stilts look, but using beams to begin with is much more difficult. Remember, you will need to leave one tile open to the ground so that you can place your fire, so make sure that that area is where the terrain under the floor is the highest. Number 5. Prioritize the roof. As soon as you have the basic building frame in place, make your roof using the roofing tiles. This is really important because if it rains, as you can see it is here, and you have no roof, any exposed wood will start taking rain damage. Secondly, you need a roof to be able to sleep in a bed or to use the workbench to craft or repair things. Number 6. Campfires. A lit fire generates smoke, which, if it isn't properly ventilated, will accumulate, eventually extinguishing the fire and potentially you as well. Equally, if you have a fire that isn't covered and it rains, the fire will be extinguished for as long as it's raining, so you won't gain any benefits from it. Number 7. Cooking stations. You can place cooking stations pretty much anywhere, and you can even use them to make basic patterns or things like arrows. However, unless you place them over a lit fire, you can't actually use them to cook. Number 8. Covering a workbench. As I mentioned earlier, workbenches need to be covered before you can access them for crafting or repairing, but this doesn't need to be anything elaborate. A couple of wall tiles behind it, one at either end, and a simple roof to cover it is all you need. Number 9. Compass points. As you can see, I'm currently watching the sunrise of another beautiful day in Valheim. In the game, the sun and moon both rise in the east and set in the west. If you look at your minimap, you'll see that when you're looking at the rising sun, your indicator is facing directly to the right of the map, which is to the east. Similarly, on the map, south is down, west is left, and north is up. So if you look at where the sun or moon currently is, then check where your indicator is pointing on the minimap, you can work out which cardinal point it's closest to, and therefore the rough time of day or night. Anyway, I hope you found some or all of these tips useful. That's all for me, so goodbye for now, and keep well.